Arhinna, your tarot life coach, bringing you your full moon and Capricorn read. I told you it was coming, baby. It just took me a little bit while to get it out. And my camera's working all of a sudden. I'm telling you, it's just a great day all around. I hope you guys are doing super fantabulous. Welcome back, family. Big hugs. Lots and lots of love. I hope you guys are being blessed and doing wonderful. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you decide to become a family member. All right, guys, so let's talk about what's going on in the celestials before we jump into this read, which is going to be a little bit different. Different signs, different feel, different vibe came out for this moon for us. So on the 23rd of June, we set these intentions that we were going to get all these things together in our life, right? Because that's what we do with the new moon energy. And now we're kind of having to figure out what the hell we're going to do with it. Is it working for us? What do we need to change? Do we need to reevaluate? Those kinds of things. This full moon that's coming in 17 degrees Capricorn is like right next to, it's like 1 degree away from Pluto. So this is some really intense energy. And as I read through all the astrology, they just kept talking about intensity. And I think I want to focus my energy on how to deal with intensity. And it looked like the cards that were coming out all had to deal with heart space energy. So we're going to focus this a little bit on working with our heart space and how to cope with all this intensity that may be going on. So the full moon, July 9th or 8th, depending on where you're at, is the moon conjuncts Pluto, opposition of the sun and Mars. So Pluto may cause some emotions to surface. So if your relationship was already going through a rough and hard time, what Pluto and the moon are going to do is they're going to illuminate those things. They're going to highlight those things. So it's going to be like a time where you're going to have to develop a different kind of perspective. As opposed to, oh, the hell with it, is what can we do to make this better? What can we do to assist the situation, okay? Now, the thing that is going to help us is that we have Jupiter in Libra, and that's what can help us at this time, because Jupiter is expanding that equality, is expanding the need to have balance in our life. This moon may highlight home issues also, but do not be intimidated by the energy, because this is a great time to detoxify and to purify and to move forward. The sun opposition the moon, so we have the sun in Cancer, all emotion, the moon in Capricorn, all work. So this makes the moon Pluto conjunct a little bit harder to deal with because of all of the tension that's going on between them. Mars opposition Pluto, intense passions to achieve. It can almost be a bit obsessive. Be aware of sexual aggression and the desire of conquest. Some of y'all sex drives might be a little bit high. It's baby making planetary mood weather. Moon opposition of Mars. Moody Judy is the way I kind of want to put it. So watch your actions in your moon this month. Over the next 2 weeks. It might tend to pull on those things. You have to think what Pluto represents. Pluto represents transformation. With transformation, you go through death and rebirth, or rebirth and rejuvenation. We're not really looking at so much what we got to get rid of, but we're looking at more of what we're going to gain. This is a great time to harness energy for work and career because you're growing your antlers, you're building your foundation, recharging your crystals, getting back on course. Good time to meditate, connect with your guides, and get more information from them. Now, Mercury is going to sextile Venus, so this is going to add a little bit of charm and patience to your communication. Psychic abilities and dreams may be a little bit duller since the moon is very earthy right now, okay? And just understand with the Moody Judy energy, people might be a little bit ruder. I mean, to be honest, somebody tried to get crunk with me in the middle of Hobby Lobby. I don't even understand. I was just trying to look at the clearance items. So it's just the concept of having to understand that people are going to be affected by this moon because of all of the astrological aspects that are going on. All right, so being aware of it, not being afraid of it, but being aware of it. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming in for us. So spiritually, we have the shaman of foresight, and this is just telling us, hey, the shaman is in control of going in between the worlds, right? So this is where we have to kind of go in between the worlds ourselves. Really, I don't understand why people buy these really loud cars. So I have the Chariot and Hierophant energy that comes in with the Shaman of Foresight. It's the seeker of knowledge. This is telling you to be flexible, to be watchful. And this helps us to work on our expectations so that we're ready for whatever life is throwing at us. It's like a big glove saying, here I am, let me take it. Guys, it's the damn train. 2 more weeks here, guys, and there will be no more train, I promise. I'll be moving soon. This is also about listening to your instincts, your dreams, and your vision, and learning how to take advice. What I noticed was there is a lot of green on the shaman cards. The shaman cards are dealing with our anahata, our heart space, and that's actually what came out for the seeds of Shakti that I'm going to pull out in a minute. Now, the ancestor of hope came out from behind it, and it's just telling you it's just time to move on to new horizons, take that leap of faith, jump on your horse, and get moving, okay? Freedom, time to move on, and letting the past go. You have the power to change. That's what horse medicine is about. Your wild freedom needs to be free. What do you need more stamina in? Do you need to move on? Where do you feel constricted? This is about sexual energy too, so there's a lot about sexual energy coming in. So making sure that you're grounded, guys. There's an increase in clairvoyancy. Trust it, because this cancer season right now that we're in is very strong power, okay? Now, remember your course. Do not get off course when you have the horse show up. Dream travelers coming in, and for me, this is trusting your dreams, trusting your intuition, being at one, maybe keeping a dream journal, maybe making a manifestation poster, which is what they used to call vision boards. I just call them manifestation posters. I don't know why. Get your glitter out, get your glue out, get the stuff out and make you something that you know where you're going, so that you have a clear and concise vision of what you desire. Look at all of that green. Green represents the heart chakra. This is where it got interesting. When I asked my guides, which cards do I use? And I had 2 Sacred Sites cards come out, and I was like, oh Lord. And I have 2 Spirit cards coming out. Find what you mostly what you're mostly being drawn to, because this is also about you gaining your intuition. Maybe you're feeling more drawn to the horse medicine, but you know, you still got to trust your dreams and you got to move forward. And maybe you're being drawn more to Medina than you are to the Devil's Tower, or hell, maybe both of them apply to you. But I don't know why it came out this way, but it just did. So we're going to start off with Medina, and this is spiritually in the present. It says, do you always look out for others, and do they constantly call on you for healing, whether through chatting on the phone or asking for a direct loan? Be aware of the energy that is being drained from you. Even if this is not done deliberately, it is vital that you protect yourself from deception. Limit the time you give to others and do not take on their problems. Stop experiencing their feelings and their fears personally. Guys, it's very important that you have that energetic line. I'm only reading from the present. If you're drawn to this card, the issue at hand that might be coming up that makes it a little bit uncomfortable for you is relationships, past relationships. And that's where in your heart space, you might need some extra healing, okay? Now, Devil's Tower also came out, and that's why I pulled out my bears. I told my daughter, that's us 3, me, you, and your sister. I love these little bears. Anyways, this is about Devil's Tower. It's about introspective. And the Bear Lodge is one of the Native American names of the dramatic rocky outcrop, known commonly as Devil's Tower. So the legend of it is about the Kiowa girls who were playing in the fields when suddenly they spotted by a giant bear who chased them. They prayed to the Great Spirit to save them, and the ground rose beneath their feet, lifting them to the heavens. The bears tried to climb up after them, but slid back down, leaving their claw marks on the rocks. The girls reached the high sky and turned into the Pleiades constellation. You are often tempted to run away from situations, wishing you could be somewhere else. You must act on your instincts for change. It's time to call on Great Spirit to assist you to move on. Doing this through meditation can also help. Do this regularly to keep your focus on what you need to manifest this outcome in your life. What have you been running from? What are you not willing to face? Pluto and the moon are about to illuminate it. Yes, there's more to this card, but we're only focusing on the present, guys. We're living in the moment right now with this moon. This moon energy is going to last for about 2 weeks, guys. So with that being said, Anahata flew out when I was like, what is the moon energy? What is this about? Anahata is all about our heart space, guys. And if you're like excessive in your heart space, okay, your heart chakra is an imbalance, okay? So when we're excessive, that means like we're a little overstimulated. You're demanding in relationships, overly empathetic. You're taking on everybody's problems. You might be a little codependent. So it's very important that you get more grounded, and therefore you use more red, okay? So you would be working more with that root chakra. Oppositely, if you're understimulated, you need more green. So that's when you're lacking empathy. You feel rejected. You feel like nobody wants to be around you. You're going to want to eat more greenery. You're going to want to wear green. You're going to want to wear pink. You're going to want to work with the green and pink crystals. Now, your heart. Some mantras that you could say is, my heart is guided by love and compassion. I forgive myself by showing gratitude for my lessons. My heart overwhelmed with kindness and generosity. And it's just about clearing out that heart space during this time, because it's going to be highlighting a lot of things. One thing it also said is this is a lot about home fronts. So depending on what you have going on, oh my goodness, now we have airplanes. Oh, the beauty of Houston. Anyways, the thing is, this is what's really coming through for a lot of people. The bear medicine, which I found was very interesting, it's about grounding forces and strength. Strength and confidence, leadership. But it also indicates a time for healing. This is a time for healing, as opposed to looking at things in such a way of like, oh, I hate the way he does that. I hate the way she does this. I don't like the way this makes me feel. What is behind that? And then you can look at it a different way. It's also about being mama bear to yourself and mama bear to your family, all right? Now, the grizzly bear is telling you to come out of your cave and to face your deepest fears because you're a valiant warrior. So bringing your children close might be something very important right now. We are in summertime, and here in North America, unless you go to school full time, you are off for the summer, and this is a good time to bring your family close together and to heal each other so that you prepare to go back to school or back to work in a more calmer manner, all right? So we're dealing with root chakra and heart chakra energy. Now, let's go ahead and bless our deck. We'll be using the Babylonian Tarot to see what this moon energy has for us. I have pre-shuffled the deck. However, let's do it together. Saint Satel, bless this deck. Show us the energy that you have for the moon in Capricorn. Shows clear and concise messages. Now, this is for everybody. This isn't just for one sign, or this is general energies. General energies coming through. So, some of us will not be listening to our spirit guide, because that's unconditional love, unconditional trust, and moving forward with the information that we have, which causes us a lot of regret about decisions, feeling like we've made the wrong choices in life. So, living in regret invites energy to your life that causes you to what? Vibrate at a lower level. And I know you guys get so sick and tired of hearing about vibrations. However, the reason why I talk about it is when you invite that energy in, it does have control. And a lot of times forgiveness is not so much about giving to the other person, but actually giving yourself freedom, okay? It's giving yourself the freedom to survive and the freedom to thrive. So in our first position, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Second position, we have the King of Disc, very earth-like. The Sun, the Star, wow, and the Seven of Pentacles. Overall energy, we have the Ace of Wands. Interesting. And then I have the Devil reversed behind the Ace of Wands. So, what does this all mean? What can you get more grounded on with the Nine of Pentacles? Well, immediately, it's time to plant the seeds. It's time to work on your harvest. It's time to cultivate what you desire in your life. What do you desire? This read isn't so much going to be like, oh, this and this is going to happen. This is more of a soul-searching read, okay? So what are you going to cultivate? What are you releasing so that you can be born? What have you been working on so hard to show somebody, okay? Where can you harness your patience? You can harness your patience with work, with career, and with family, okay? And that is what the King of Disc is standing for, all right? He's the all-knowing businessman. He's also a loyal father. We could work on our loyalties. We could work on our family time is what I'm picking up also. Show me the energy behind this. Stability. Foundations. Just words coming to my mind. Decision making, home front. Haha, the wheel. Look at all those majors right there, man. So the king is telling us that we have got to work on our stability, our foundations, because the wheel is moving in the right direction. And although the celestials are giving us that little nudge, that harsh point where we're looking at life and looking at ourselves in a way like, damn, I didn't know I was doing that. It's not to be a negative thing. It's almost to be harnessed as like, okay, this isn't working in our relationship, baby. What are we going to do to fix it? How can we fix it? Where would you like to be in the next 6 months? How do you see us in the next 6 months? How do you see us in the next 2 months? Do we, what do we do to make this better, as opposed to looking at everything negative in the situation? Now, this is also where you might be weighing your options and saying, look, this relationship no longer serves my highest good nor yours, and I think that for the best, we should let each other go. Whatever it is, it's bringing it to the forefront because it is that time. Now, long-term plans that are calling you, it's your time to be in the sun. And I have 2 10s right by each other, the wheel and the sun. So it's your time to go look for a new job. It's your time to go look for a new foundation. Your time to go look for something. Things do not just simply fall in our laps. Whether we're manifesting emotionally, physically, or spiritually, there has to be some power behind what you're doing. I had somebody contact me recently and ask me if I could visualize them getting money so that they would get money. When I tried to explain, manifestation does not work like that. I cannot have faith in works for you. You must have faith in works for yourself. I don't think they really liked my answer, but I was almost like, don't you think if it was that easy, I would be sitting in my house holding 2 crystals in my hand and saying, show me the money? I wish it was that easy. The thing is, we have to have the faith to move on. And once again, you see that you're on that horse and you're leaving those past situations. You're having your time in the sun and you're going forth and you're getting what you want. The sun is resemblance of good health, happy family, birth. So there are things that are happening, and the sun and the star right next to each other, I'm telling you, that's like that aspect of like all this conjunct stuff that's going on. You have to harness that energy, and it can be yielded for good. Now, the ambition, what can you use to grow your goal? Well, damn it to hell, it's time for you to start pouring your emotions into it. And this is so cool. This is the seven stars. This is Pleiades. This is also representative of your 7 chakras. The Pleiades came out in the bear, I forgot what it was called, Devil's Tower. There's something about the number 7. There's something about Pleiades, and this is all going to have different meanings for everybody. So just leave it in your comments what it means to you. I just love to hear about it. But there's something about that. This is about aligning our hopes, our dreams, and our wishes with the universal energies that are going on. So we have those 7 stars there. And then we have the huge star, which is representative of, like, I would say, like the sun star, like Sirius or something. Like, it's a big star. And this star is like telling you, what do you want? Because right now, all those fish, that's fertility. You've got the energy because you're willing to look at yourself at the hardest time right now, at this intense moon that, if you read the astrology out there, you hear the astrology, it's kind of scary, You're like, well, damn, am I going to get dumped, or is my family going to fall apart? No, this is just a great time to look at your family, look at your relationships, look at yourself, and see where you can grow. Business-wise, are you putting your business out there? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Are you marketing the right way? What could you do differently to get your dreams, your goals, your ambitions off the ground? Okay? And where do you need more support? You need more support in getting it off the ground. Okay? So this 7 of Pentacles is where he's waiting on the Capricorn god to get out of the pits of hell, right? So this is spinning your wheels. A lot of us are spinning our wheels. And it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's when you don't know that you're spinning your wheels because you're overlooking it and you live in fantasy land and you want to believe you're doing everything the right way, that you don't realize there is another way. You are not alone in this situation. You do not have to start your business by yourself. You do not have to be in a relationship with somebody who's not giving as much as you are. You don't have to be a part of this family that's not appreciating you. There are people out there that want to love, that want to support you, want you to grow, who want to put into your life like you want to put into theirs. I was asked recently, how did you know you were ready to fall back in love? I've had a very tumultuous love life, a divorce that like really broke my heart, and just a bunch of series of events. And they were like, you must be scarred. I mean, domestic violence, all this other kind of stuff. And I had to stop, and I was like, no, I'm not. Because if I could love all the wrong people that much, imagine how much I could show my love to the right person. And that's when perspective hits, and that's when it hits you that you're not alone, that this is a great place to be, and the time is now. So this is the energy I'm picking up for the moon. I'm sure that there's some other energies going out there. And yes, it's all about our heart space. Yes, it's all about moving forward. The overall energy is this is our new beginning because this is our foundation. We're growing our antlers. This is buck moon, baby. This is where you decide. This is your make it or break it phase. Capricorn don't play, baby. Capricorn is in your face. It wants to know your agenda. It needs to have an agenda for the meeting or it ain't even showing up. You better be on time with Capricorn, and you can't bullshit a Capricorn either, okay? They are the devil. They are the deck. So they are over the illusions and delusions, and they see right through ours. So Capricorn energy is asking you, what dreams do you want to manifest? Because right now the energy is yours and you are not alone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clarify. No, I'm not going to. Let me see. Do I clarify? Yes. The star? Yes. Kind of figured it was a star. Uh-oh, I lost my timer, guys. Okay, let's see what the star has for us. Show me the energy around the star, which is our ambition. I hear that song. I want to be a millionaire so freaking bad. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be dreamy? How do we harness the energy of the star? We pick a cup, any damn cup. That's what we do. We harness our energy. This is the energy of tracker. What do you want? How do you want it? Stop being deceived by all these other things going on the sidelines. You're going to hear on the news, oh, this is really bad over here, and this is happening here, and this is all this negativity. But the thing is, what do you really want to feel in your heart space right now? Do you want to focus on all these negative things that are going on? Or can you pick something to kind of put your hope, your faith, and your belief in that things aren't gonna be like they've always been, that there is a time to change and this is a time for growth. So pick your cup, any cup, especially the ones that are clean, okay? 2 sevens right next to each other. I usually say that there's somebody lying to you, but this could be us lying to ourselves, okay? That everything is great, everything is perfect, nothing's wrong, and that does not give us room for growth. There's always room for growth and there's always room for change, okay? Now, I'm bringing out a different card. I got some new ones from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I talked about Jupiter earlier, and I talked about how Jupiter was coming in to put some balance to us. So as opposed to tying it in with a different card, I'm going to tie it in with Jupiter. Jupiter is in Libra right now. It's at home, and it wants to bring balance and justice to our life. In this deck, when they come out reversed, it's for protection. And we got orphaned reversed, okay? Now, the shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment, and that's what Jupiter is trying to make right. Perhaps you feel a need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. It's time to address the unhealthy alliances you formed and make a decision to heal the past. You will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. You can connect to others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. Life wants to love you. Let it. You're not alone, and that's what this is telling you. You're not alone. There's people there want to help. You are rich. It's your time. Make your decisions. Come on, guys. That's your Capricorn moon energy. Wow, very powerful. I guess it is intense. I just wanted to take a different spin on it. I didn't want to do the gloom and gloom. I just wanted to show you that there's a different perspective. Yes, the energy is out there, but how are you going to harness that energy? Please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think, guys. I always love hearing from y'all. I know I don't get to respond to everyone. I am on vacation now, so I get to at least read and respond a little bit quicker than what I was. So big, big hugs, guys. Lots and lots of love. If you're interested in a read, hit me up at arianaluciano@gmail.com or on the gram at Ariana Luciano. Be blessed, fam.